Well, alright. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my amazing show. Once again, I'm your host, the great and mighty Mr. Perez, and today I'll be playing some more of the Outer Worlds. So let's go ahead and jump right back in. Now, since the last time I played this on stream, they actually updated the game. They made it so that this game now compiles shaders on boot. Well, basically it compiles shaders when you boot up the game. So now the frame pacing is a lot better now. Yeah, so hopefully, let's see if I can keep a somewhat consistent 120 FPS as I play this.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Because I kind of can off stream. I don't know with all, I don't know how it'll look with all these OBS stuff running. Let's see, let's do that. Yeah, now that I've completed both DLCs for this game, I can now go ahead and play through the actual game now.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Oh, are you? Yeah, Phineas sent me.
No names, okay? The Phoenix is a
Right,
wanted man,
right.
and the board has eyes everywhere.
He's
in
wanted.
Byzantium.
Anyway, you have information
Yeah,
for me.
you're looking to make contact with Minister Magpie, right?
That's
I
right.
should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Can't you get me into the minister's
Whoa,
estate?
I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay, so what can you tell
Some
me?
of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Yeah,
Maybe
study.
you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Maybe. Okay.
Just remember, you...
There's gotta be the way to catch the minister someplace less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Of course he doesn't.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
I
What work
suppose.
specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
How exactly did you get involved in all
I've
this?
always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research
Birds,
bird
huh?
species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh. Seems almost impossible.
Just a bit.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
When they die off, it's a sign that something's wrong, right?
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like, what?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most
I
people
wonder
don't.
why.
In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
No.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
That's weird.
I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of
That
place.
sounds painful. A regular tragedy.
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But
Huh.
they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
No. None.
Except that's not how they go.
That's just
At
how
least
this
that's not
system
how
works.
they're supposed to go in Byzantium. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Anyway, I've got work to do, so I should go do that. Alright, this is blocked off. Up. Okay. Let's remember. Let's see. 'Cause I stopped by here before to do some side missions. Now I need to remember the path. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta press that. Of course. Now I wait. Let's see. Yeah, we should probably talk to the minister's guards first. See if I could swipe a key from the corpse. Oh, I mean, just the body in general. Here we go. Oh, now this looks upscale.
Spacers choice dehydrated water.
Yeah, this feels pretty rich. What's up?
Hey! Stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
Only 5? Ooh, I didn't know I was talking to such a big shot.
Yep, you're looking at the Minister's newest personal guard.
And he's proud of it too.
The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
Ooh, you just got hired. So what's so important about guarding Minister Clark?
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out.
Ooh, your own shotgun, huh? Key, you say?
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all very high level.
Anything you can tell me about Minister Clark?
Oh, he's medium height with like medium colored hair and like a kind of a medium face.
So he's very
It's
average.
like in his posters.
Okay. You haven't met him, have you?
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
How about I buy you a drink to celebrate your promotion?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
Ooh, maybe I can make him pass out.
Good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst.
I see.
You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
Yeah, here you go.
Here's to me. Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Good thing I just did the second DLC. I have a ton of these. Yeah, take that.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a
actually,
Manosaur. You
quite a
got
few people, in fact.
Manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Let's have another.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that.
Hey, that worked.
Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
He's dead. Poor sucker. There we go, I got a key. Now let's just get out of here before anyone notices he's dead.
I've always loved.
Yeah, I need to get up there, huh?
Is Maxfield still drinking?
Yeah, cool and good.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Fenhill, I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got
Give me
a spare
that.
spring in my pocket here even.
Everything's got a price.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh. Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Nah. In we go. Okay.
Make him regret it.
Up. Well then.
What? Thought I saw something wrong.
That's the last of him.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be pleased about that. Anyway.
How did you get in here?
Hey, what's up?
You just slaughtered those guards, and for what? To speak with me?
To
What
be fair,
could
they tried to
possibly
kill
be
me
so
first.
urgent?
Oh, my law. Captain, that's the minister. Mr. Clark. Oh, wow.
So this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a
One of
big
them, huh?
shot.
What about the
If
rest?
this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing
He
anymore.
seems like a nice fella. Anyway. Yeah, cut the crap. I'm here for dimethyl sulfoxide.
Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be all, then?
I have records proving that you've been holding dimethyl sulfoxide.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
You mean Chairman Rockwell's locked you up here?
You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
I could go for some hookers.
Please,
Personally.
this is important.
Anyway.
Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Why would he go through all this trouble?
How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A
I
reckoning
could tell.
is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
I mean,
This
I got
is
the bits
about
to spare.
More than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
So, the HHC headquarters.
Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together.
Of course.
Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth.
The Earth Minister. Anyway, how do I get there?
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Monsters, huh? I prefer a quiet approach.
Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and automechanicals, though.
Oh, that'll be easy.
When you reach the
Piece of
HHC
cake.
building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
What used to be your office?
Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense.
How did you hold on to this?
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Ill.
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here.
Oh, thank
there are a
God.
few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
You did at least disinfect it, right? Well, yeah, thanks
Wait.
for your help, I guess.
Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate.
I wonder
But
why.
they need to know what's happening here.
Sure,
Good. Halcyon is
I'll
in
help you
dire
out,
need of someone
I
like
suppose. Okay.
You must be joking.
Their mistake.
Man, they're just trying to kill me. Unbelievable.
What? Sauce.
You should know for some people. Wait, let me see. I'll take that. Okay. Let's get to it. But I actually don't know what the tunnels are. Well, up we go.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Oh, I can't get to there. Let me see. Locked, huh? That's sealed. Here we go.
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown until you travel with a visitor.
Anyway, let's see here. Let's do that first. Keycard.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately,
Has it?
we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition.
Oh no, everyone's gonna starve.
And that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Alright, we can't have that. Let me see. Well, this could be a problem. Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Alright. Let's get out of here. Bye now. In we go. So yeah, they're gonna kill off the Hope's inhabitants just to solve a food shortage. Can't have that now. A white terminal, huh? Let's see here. Alright, I guess I'm still in combat.
I think I'm gonna start taking my way out of the city.
A complaint. Kitchen. What did I just learn? Caroline has an ongoing feud with Theodore.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
That is odd, isn't it?
Real slick.
Oh, I need to go downstairs, huh? Let's see. How would I do that?
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officer took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
How strong is my armor? Oh, it's the same. Okay.
And, Tillman designed all those wanted.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. The guy.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. No longer disguised.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 411?
That must be a holy cow.
What? Hold it right there.
Hey, no visitors allowed.
You better show somebody to finish real fast if you want to keep your kneecaps.
That's what I asked you.
Except you sounded like a wimp. Show some teeth next time.
Oh, now you really have.
You're welcome.
Looking good, soldier.
Yes, yes. Here we go.
Hey, that's impressive. Keep him quiet, Cap.
Aha. Oh. It's not here. Oh, it is here. Maybe. Give me that. Let me see. So I have an option here, huh? Yeah, give me all of it. Aha! Yeah, don't mind if I do. Let's see here. Let's do some of that. Alright, my work here is done. Let's get on out of here. Well, that could be a problem. Hey, no, I'm not. Let's go.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark. Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Top secret, huh? I mean, I know that. Let's see, yeah. I got the chemical he needs. Hi.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Decisions. Yeah. I found them in a ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
I had to let them die, but I brought back all the chemicals.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
Board's trying to mitigate damage to human tissue during the revival
You say
process.
the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
Yeah, the colony's on the verge of collapse. The board's been trying to cover it up.
I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
Oh, it gets worse, actually. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker on Halcyon.
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself?
That's right.
I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
So we need to think about this, though. There has to be something we can do.
Lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Can I do that?
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
Well, there is a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Gibbering law, you're a genius.
I know.
We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
But it's probably damaged, though. We'll have to route power from the unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful?
I don't understand a word you said, Doc. All I know is, if we're gonna hijack a colony ship, count me in.
Yes, excellent. I approve of your enthusiasm, young man. You should ask your captain for a raise. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
I'll do it.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Sure.
We gotta talk about this.
Let's see.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
Interesting. Yeah. Let me think. I'll go ahead and I'll save to be safe.
Welcome back. You have a
No one ever looks quite the same in person, and my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
It got your attention at
I've been
least.
keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
You must sound like you approve.
Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony.
What's your offer?
You have something I want.
Anybody could have lifted those chemicals.
Yes, I'm aware that you stole a batch of precious chemicals and destroyed an important experiment. Enterprising of you, if irritating. My scientists tell me they'll restore the damage you've done within a matter of months. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in.
But what exactly?
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
You want me to sell him out?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been...
Let's get out of here. Yeah, decisions, huh? So I could either help. So I can either help Wells out, or I could sell him out to the board. But I'm not a corporate shill. Let's go to the Hope.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
So what's gonna happen if I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2.
And that's bad.
Or the Sun.
Tell me about the
The
Hope.
Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. Also, there are hundreds of thousands.
That's right. Anyway. Yeah, let's go to the Hope. Let's do that. Here we go. Hatch.
We're not exploding, so I guess it worked.
I suppose.
Jackass is incoming!
Key code.
What?
I can deal with this one.
Okay then. Yeah, just gotta calmly. Hmm. 999. I mean, 9,999 people, huh? Okay.
Poor bastards. They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them.
Let's see.
In error.
I was in one of the pods that just woke up.
Hibernation pod act.
Spacer's choice.
Registered. A fine of 10,000.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a new suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
Evening.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Yeah, let's see, let's do that.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system.
Cool.
It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
Am I really doing the right thing, Ada?
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die.
I'll take that. Let's go.
Are you sure? That is extremely and also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Do it.
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Do it.
Worst way is to go out, I suppose. It's nice knowing you, boss.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Okay. Ah, there's the hope.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit.
Sweet.
I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Hey, we made it. Let's do it again.
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd, because my star branding would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah, probably best if you don't say that.
Must be like coming home for you, boss.
All right. Let's head over to Phineas's lab.
Captain, I am receiving... Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Uh-oh.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine.
Okay, I can remember that.
You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me. I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather
You seem
dire
shocked by that,
events.
Ada.
I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of...
Yeah, why not?
Goodbye.
Let's go help him out.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Okay. There we go. Let's go check in on Phineas. He's not there. Oh, he's been arrested, huh? Okay. Well then. Passcode. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's head right here. Tartarus, huh? Alright. I guess we're going to Tartarus.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Yeah, sure.
So, Phineas got himself taken to Tartarus. That's usually a one-way trip.
Usually.
Mr. Phineas is just about the only person with power trying to do any kind of good in Halcyon. We gotta bust him out.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Well, we can't just abandon him. We have to free him if we have any hopes in saving the colony.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
What do you think?
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
Alright, I'm with Sam.
Plan is a terrible idea,
We're doing it.
but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
Ah, always my best moment. Doing something, winning when the odds are always against me. When the odds are always against me. Let's do this.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command.
Alright. Let's do this. Here we... Yeah, that saves me at this point. I can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quest and downloading content such as Peril and Gorgon and Mono Adonis will be unavailable for any saves made beyond this point. If there's anything you're going to do before you enter the point of all prison, do it now before you cross the point of no return. Well, thankfully, I already made a save. Yeah, that's saved. So, alright. Let's do this.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Ah, okay, drank my water. What do I need to know about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly.
I like
Take a
those odds.
scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
You promise not to leave without me?
I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
What the hell is with you people and landing violations?
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a
I
fine
did.
200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed.
Where did the 8
prosecutors.
come from? So if you're just gonna kill me, why bother with a ticket?
Protocol is important, sir.
Sure.
The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority.
Transmission. How can I...
Anyway.
I request you do not wake me.
Let's go. And actually, let's do... Yeah, let's do that.
Halt. Security.
Ooh. Hey, now we're talking.
Crew member requires safety. Wrong tool for the job. Warning, customer. Too late, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
That's good. Yeah, now let me just... Oh, actually, let me repair. Okay. Let's do that, this, that, bit of this, a hint of that. Okay, let's go.
They got the drop on us.
Good talk. Let me see this. Yeah, it's weak. Alright. Take that, and that. Terminal's off. Crafty.
Okay. Fair mistake. I'll try that again.
Sucker. Okay, in we go. Let's go find Phineas. He has to be in here somewhere.
The labyrinth uncovers. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Would you like Sam to tidy up this area? Waiting for confirmation command. Confirmation command not received.
Unexpected beginnings.
Clean up the competition.
Damn. Oh, I'm gonna have to be craftier, huh?
Do return in one piece, Captain.
Let's do that.
System alert. Sweeping beach. Invest.
Requires safety. Alert! All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Cool. Okay. Alright.
Used as a prison hat for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Area sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
Muting volume now.
Uh-oh.
Incoming!
Hmm.
Captain, look out!
Oh, nice. 42, huh? Let's see. Let's do that.
70 years.
Ah, perfect. Hmm. Yeah, why not? I'm curious. Oh no, I made it too weak. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. The pit. Hmm. Oh, god damn it. You really had to go and get yourself caught, huh?
That's the last of them.
Processing data.
Let's see.
For the job.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I just need to go right here.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Dirt alert! Dirt alert!
Attack! Take it down!
Everyone all right? Into cleaning efforts.
Unseal. Perfect.
Beginning security.
Oh, I killed the showman.
Bring him down! Incoming!
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight!
What? What was that?
Physical job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's Special Solvent Stain Out Remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life.
I'm very good at
You've
that.
disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
We're liberating Halcyon, and there's not a damn thing you can do to stop us.
Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army?
In a way.
The iconoclasts and MSI have put aside their differences and attacked the prison together. I never imagined such a thing would be possible. But here we are.
Shocking, isn't it?
You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. I'm going to put an end to your little rebellion, and then I'm going to have you and your associates arrested.
I'm here for Phineas. Let him go.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable. even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Let's talk about this.
Fair enough.
Damn. I destroyed your experiments in the Ministry. Your plan's never gonna work.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony.
Neat.
My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more.
Oh, your scientists are lying. I wrecked that data beyond repair.
That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word.
They probably lied to you then. You know I'm right. I could see in your eyes.
Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments. You've set us back decades. You were always an unknown
I haven't been asleep for 70 years. That's nothing to me.
I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Let's settle this.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or
Oh, I'm sure he could hear me. He's just sitting there. Yeah, get him.
Cycle back to industrial state.
A weak spot, I think. Yeah, look at that. Warden's dead. Anyway, give me that. Ooh, very fancy.
Why won't you just die?
You die first. Weaking.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you kidding? The board never stood a chance against me. I'm just too good.
All in a day's work for you, huh?
Damn right.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
And I was just about to pop open some drinks and celebrate.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands.
And that is?
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option.
Well, shit.
We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us, so let's get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, the events on top, the Hope scientists, the people of Halcyon. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale,
I'll
his
listen to
actions
this.
altered the course of history.
Let's
The
see what
events on Tartarus
consequences
brought
they've
about the
had
end of the board's authority.
on Halcyon.
But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon.
Because they kind of had
The people
to.
of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks.
That's good.
The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever.
Guess they didn't listen to me.
Time would tell if her replacement could
Poor
keep
her.
the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, It was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater.
Oh.
Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Junlei Tennyson fought to protect the Groundbreakers' independence. While the board's influence faded, mechanical difficulties forced her to rely on parts that only corporations could provide. The cost was high, and time would tell if Junlei could balance the work with her aspirations for a better future. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about
They had to face
state
the
of
facts, huh?
Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It
Oh
was a
no,
dark
not
time.
jobs.
Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. The destroyed Adrenatime synthesizer became a symbol of the board's cruelty and a rallying point for Wells and his scientists as they sought to build a more humane, ethical Halcyon. They cleared the dead from Gorgon's laboratories and repurposed them to aid in the crucial work of solving the colony's nutrition crisis. Gorgon, which had once sown death and destruction across Halcyon, became a source of hope and renewal. The Gorgon Project's final explosive end was bittersweet for Olivia Ambrose. She wandered the colony's fringes alone, searching for others like her who despised the board and meant to destroy them. In time, she found Phineas Wells and his cadre of scientists, and she joined them in their efforts to save Halcyon. For a while, she even knew an uneasy peace. But for all that, Olivia found purpose in Wells' project. She was
Good on
always
her.
haunted by the memory of her daughter, Minnie, who hadn't lived to see the better world they were building. She never did forgive herself for the horror her work had wrought on Halcyon. But she remembered fondly the daring captain who'd put an end to it at last, in spite of everything. The Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A
That's
stockpile
obvious.
of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life: Byzantine culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality,
Yeah, rip her sister.
she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view.
Yeah, she
The
retired.
dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option.
That's nice.
Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds. Dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios. And, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care.
Oh, that's nice.
The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes.
Just might.
With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Maelstrom. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace.
That's
Though
good.
Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what
Good
was
on
left
Sam.
of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab, He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope.
Hey, that's
Over
nice.
the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what
That's
about
good.
you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Alright, cool. So, with that was The Other Worlds. Overall, it's a pretty good game, actually. I definitely enjoyed my time with it. Yeah, I do like all the freedom you get in pretty much deciding, well, what happens to anyone. It's good. I definitely enjoyed my time. Yeah, I definitely recommend you check out The Other Worlds when you can. You could probably just stick with the original version. That's still pretty accessible. You can get Spacer's Choice the Spacer's Choice edition if you want. You know, that's just basically a higher level cap and slightly better graphics. They definitely did fix out all the bugs it had at launch though. Yeah, but that's nice. Yeah, but with that, that's it for The Outer Worlds. That's another game successfully finished on stream, so way to go me. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with The Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, maybe they'll talk about it at the Xbox showcase coming up. Yeah, there's still quite a bit I didn't do in The Outer Worlds, I'm sure. Like I didn't even do the storyline. The little quest line you can do if you wanted to betray Wells. But you know what? I think I'll stop here for now. Yeah, I had fun with this game. So yeah, I definitely should try to play Fallout New Vegas sometime. I hear that game's really good. So yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to follow me on Twitch and follow me on Twitter. This VOD will be uploaded to my posted YouTube channel where you can check out all my other VODs. Oh, and you should subscribe to my main channel, The Funny Crew. I've got a couple more things though, with me and some buddies of mine. Oh, and join my Discord, it's pretty epic. But yeah, in any case though, thank you all for watching and hopefully I'll see you again next time.